Hey everyone, welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. Today we're working on a customer's quilt. It has beautiful stars. I think it came as a kit. It seems like it might have. It's 98 by 98. It is absolutely huge and gorgeous. Love all the stars and the beautiful blocks in there. And then it has all these little lovely sayings. Hold on. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. I give you future and I give you hope. So there's lots of beautiful sayings like that. My grace is sufficient for you. Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain, like all those sorts of beautiful, lovely little sayings. So we didn't want this beautiful Merlot thread to go through these lovely white centerpieces, I guess you would call them, of the stars. So we've chosen to do a meander around, and then I go and use the fill inside a section of my software, and it will just stitch around each of the ones I have clicked out. So I have clicked out the 6 here, though it won't come down far enough for these guys, but that's okay. And we're just going to get this started so you can see how it goes. Isn't it beautiful? Lovely stars. I love the backing too. It's a lovely little polka dot there. Okay, so big stars and some little stars. And of course we're doing it just within the burgundy to the burgundy line right there. And we're doing something else in the blue border. So let me just go start Walt up here. Oh, gotta find my mouse first, there we go. Start quilt. He's gonna come over here and you're gonna see what he's gonna do. And to get to this part, so I know I can trust Walt not to stitch through this white because I've given him those instructions, and he's going to follow them to the letter. So, and if I've misclicked, that's my fault, not the machine's fault, okay? So I go and I come out about 1/4 inch past each of the squares, the center squares, or what we don't want to be stitched through. So I know when it does a straight line stitch to get around it, it's going to come up a little bit above it and not actually go right inside the block itself. So we click all those out, let it know in the line drawings where our boundaries are, and it goes and fills in the rest of the meander stitch out in between. Okay? Beautiful thread. I love how it shows up on the creamy parts and the tan parts of this quilt, and just almost disappears. You can see the texture. You can see the texture. And just for people who may be worried that this is too big of a space to have no stitching in it, she's actually going to go and do some hand stitching. So that's what she wants to do, is stitch around these squares, or in the words, around the words inside the squares, and go from there in a different color thread. I did offer to do it, but because of the contrasting of the back and the front with the white and the burgundy, there was no guarantee that the white thread would not poke through to the other side, or the burgundy poke up to the top. There's no guarantee when it comes to those two extreme colors of thread. So best not. So she said she's just going to go in and take some little tiny stitches and finish it off, and she's happy to do it that way. So there's always a way. You just have to think about it. Okay? Walt does such a good job. We'll keep him. No, it's actually a kind of a gloomy Wednesday here. That's all right. It's a rainy week. We could use the moisture as long as it's not snow. We're done with the snow, hopefully. Had enough of that. You'll see it get a little close to this pattern here, and it's just going to go straight along and then back up to where it's going to go, where it needs to go, and comes right down close to it. It almost disappears. This thread completely almost disappears on this color right there for sure. That would definitely be a good one. So we did a very fun, fantastic project on the weekend project, and this is the half square triangle bag I made out of 675 of my half square triangles. They're on the sides and on the inside in some pockets, and I think it turned out amazing. I absolutely love it. It's a good weight. I really like this sturdy fabric on the bottom, so I don't have to worry about getting any of my beautiful half square triangles all torn up or dirty or anything like that. and then of course continue that color up onto the top. So it turned out amazing. I absolutely love it. Can't wait to show it off. Whenever we have a guild meeting, I go shopping. Now I was very happy with this. So keep your half square triangles when you're working on beautiful projects like this, and then you can make something like that. And the tiniest I used was 1.5 inches, right? Yeah, it was 1.5 inches. So that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of binding. That's a lot of flip and fold, and yep. And just keeping it, not throwing it out. Made a whole bag. That was like 3 years of collecting. I didn't use all of them though, so I still have a bit of a collection to go. But that's just going to go to the next project, whether I make a wall hanging or something else. See how beautifully it works its way around that corner, or the section where I don't want it to stitch? Absolutely beautiful. Love, love, love the software. So that is our Long Arm Wednesday. I'm going to leave Walt to show you how he's going to finish stitching out around these tiny little ones here. And you guys have yourself an amazing day. We'll see you on the weekend project. We're actually going to do some caps for the hospitals and medical. I've been asked to do some gowns, but I'm not sure if they're coming or not. So I said I would happy to make some for a local seniors place. So yes. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you definitely on the weekend live stream at 1 p.m. on Saturday. Okay, Eastern. Take care, everybody. Big hugs from us. Be good.